Hey guys, welcome to RTInfrastructure micro lesson where we have small little lessons about network automation in AWS. So today's lesson is about creating a VLAN. And if you don't already know, a VLAN or a virtual local network is a way to logically separate um, devices on a switch into different networks. And this kind of improves security and reduces unnecessary broadcast traffic. You can kind of think of this as like putting different departments in the building, and then they're in the building, but they're separated by rooms, which limits the amount of conversations going on between the different departments because only you can hear that department in that certain room. Same thing. That communication is only allowed on that VLAN, on that specific VLAN, if you're in that same room. So let's kind of get into the configuration part of it. So first, you want to get into the switch, go into enable mode, then go ahead and go into configuration terminal to allow us to make these changes. And the first command you want to type in is the VLAN and then the VLAN number. So we're gonna go ahead and do just 100 here. That gives you the VLAN number, and then we're gonna just make a name, and we're gonna just name it accounting. And there we go. We have successfully created our VLAN. It's a very easy command to go through and not hard at all. Just to verify that you do want to exit out, then do show, and of course I'm in configuration, so you want to do show VLAN. And as you can see right here, my VLAN has been created here, the accounting VLAN. And there you go, guys. So that's how you create your VLAN. Um, Quick little tips about VLANs is you want to make sure when you start getting into your company or organization, you want to make sure you have these things documented. Definitely want to make sure that you have a name because you want to be able to identify what that VLAN belongs to or what it does. Those are very useful things in a company in a real world situation. And then you definitely want to make sure you document all this down, especially when you start fluctuating, you start using one VLAN, or maybe that VLAN is no longer being used, and or maybe you create another VLAN. You want to make sure you document, what VLANs are being used, what are not being used, because then you'll typically run into the issue where you have all these VLANs and you know you don't know, like, okay, are these still in use? And typically these VLANs are going to be associated with a subnet. So if you have 10 VLANs, then you're going to have 10 subnets. And if those subnets are all 10 of those, or maybe five of those are not being used, well, you have five subnets that are just sitting there not doing anything. So you want to make sure you do a lot of documentation on VLAN. They can get pretty big in organizations and whatnot. So that's it for this lesson, and I will see you guys on the next one.